What if I told you that your thoughts are shaping your reality right now, whether you realize it or not? Quantum physics is proving something that ancient wisdom has hinted at for centuries. Your mind is not just reacting to the world, it's actively creating it. And the craziest part, scientists now have proof that consciousness might be the fundamental force behind everything we experience. Imagine if your beliefs, emotions, and focus could literally alter the fabric of reality. Sounds unbelievable? Well, groundbreaking experiments in quantum mechanics, including the famous observer effect, suggest that your mere act of perception collapses infinite possibilities into a single reality. And if that's true, then the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you focus your mind could be determining the life you experience. So the question is, are you using this power, or is it being used against you? In this video, I'm going to show you the scientific evidence behind quantum consciousness and how you can tap into this hidden power to change your reality. We'll explore real studies, mind-blowing experiments, and even secret research on how thoughts influence matter. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly how to start taking control of your mind and, in turn, your future. So if you're ready to unlock the true potential of your consciousness, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This is the kind of knowledge that most people will never discover. But today, you will. Let's dive in. Quantum mechanics has shattered our traditional understanding of reality. Scientists have discovered that subatomic particles don't exist in just one place, but in multiple states, until observed. This phenomenon, known as superposition, suggests a shocking possibility. Consciousness itself might be the force that collapses reality into existence. If our minds play such a fundamental role in shaping the material world, what does that mean for our ability to influence our own lives? Think about this. If observation dictates reality, then your perception of the world could be more powerful than you ever imagined. Every belief, every expectation might be sculpting your future. Imagine waking up every morning knowing that your thoughts are actively constructing the path ahead. Instead of being a passive observer, you become the architect of your destiny. This isn't just spiritual philosophy. Quantum physics might actually be backing it up. One of the most intriguing experiments in quantum mechanics is the double slit experiment. It showed that light and matter behave differently when they are being watched. When unobserved, particles exist in a state of probability, but the moment they are measured, they choose a definite position. Now, apply this to real life. Could your awareness be influencing the outcomes you experience? Could a shift in mindset literally collapse new opportunities into reality? The implications go beyond personal transformation. If reality depends on observation, collective consciousness could be shaping the world in ways we barely understand. What happens when millions of people focus their minds on the same goal? Could global events be the result of mass thought patterns? Some researchers believe that consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain. It could be the very fabric of reality itself. If that's true, then mastering your thoughts isn't just self-improvement. It's the key to unlocking reality itself. But before we jump to conclusions, we need to explore another mind-blowing quantum effect, the observer effect, and how it ties into the power of thought. The observer effect is one of the most mind-bending discoveries in quantum physics. It suggests that particles exist in a state of probability until they are observed, at which point they collapse into a definite form. This means reality isn't fixed. Instead, it adapts based on perception. If particles behave this way, what does that say about the nature of reality? More importantly, how much influence does human consciousness really have over the physical world? Schrödinger's cat is the perfect thought experiment to illustrate this. Imagine a cat in a box with a quantum trigger that could release poison based on a subatomic event. Until someone observes the box, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. This bizarre paradox suggests that reality isn't determined until it is witnessed. If observation decides outcomes at a quantum level, could our thoughts, expectations, and beliefs be shaping the world around us in ways we don't fully understand? Take the placebo effect as a real-world example. Patients who believe they are taking a powerful medicine often experience healing, even when given nothing but sugar pills. Their belief alone influences their biology, proving that the mind holds incredible power. If something as small as a thought can affect the body, imagine the potential it has over external circumstances. The key question is, are you observing your life passively, or are you using your mind to collapse the reality you desire? Now consider the implications of this at a collective level. What happens when millions of people focus on the same outcome? If thoughts truly influence reality, could global consciousness be responsible for world events? Studies have shown that during mass meditations, measurable changes occur in crime rates and social behavior. Could this be a direct manifestation of the observer effect on a grand scale? If quantum physics is proving that observation dictates reality, then learning how to control and direct your focus could be the most powerful skill you ever develop. But how exactly does the brain process information at this quantum level? That's where quantum mind theory comes into play. What if the brain isn't just a biological machine, but a quantum processor, capable of computations beyond classical physics? This is exactly what researchers like Roger Penrose and Stuart Hameroff have proposed. According to their orchestrated, objective reduction or core theory, microtubules, tiny structures inside neurons, could be processing information at a quantum level. If true, this could explain the mystical aspects of human intelligence, intuition, and even consciousness itself. Unlike classical computers, which process data in binary, ones and zeros, a quantum system can hold multiple possibilities at once. This means the brain might not be operating like a simple switchboard, but rather like a quantum wave, capable of instant insights, deep creativity, and even precognitive abilities. Have you ever had a sudden gut feeling that turned out to be right? That could be your quantum mind tapping into an unseen realm of possibilities before logic even catches up. The implications are staggering. If your thoughts don't just exist in your brain but in a quantum field, this could mean that consciousness isn't localized, meaning your mind might not be confined to your skull. Ever walked into a room and instantly sensed the tension, even without anyone saying a word? That could be your brain picking up quantum-level energy patterns from others, a phenomenon that traditional neuroscience struggles to explain. Some scientists believe that quantum computing in the brain could explain synchronicities, those eerie coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. If consciousness interacts with quantum probabilities, then your mind might be subtly attracting experiences that align with your thoughts and emotions. The saying, "you create your reality," may not be just a metaphor. It might be literal science in action. But if consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain, what else could it be connected to? Could it interact with other minds beyond space and time? That's where the idea of quantum entanglement between neurons takes things to a whole new level. Quantum entanglement is one of the strangest phenomena in physics. When two particles become entangled, they remain instantly connected, no matter how far apart they are. Change one, and the other reacts immediately, even if it's on the other side of the universe. Now imagine if neurons in the human brain operated the same way. Could this explain intuition, telepathy, or even deep unspoken connections between people? Some scientists believe so. There's growing evidence that neurons might communicate not just through electrical impulses, but also through quantum entanglement. This could explain why you suddenly think about someone just before they call you, or why emotions seem to transfer instantly between close friends and family members. Could our brains be wired to communicate beyond space and time? If so, what does this mean for the nature of human connection? Consider the phenomenon of twin telepathy. Many identical twins report sensing each other's pain, emotions, or even thoughts, regardless of physical distance. Traditional science struggles to explain this, but quantum mechanics provides a fascinating possibility. Their minds could be entangled at a quantum level, allowing instant communication. And if this happens between twins, could it also occur between any deeply connected individuals? Research on synchronized brainwaves is shedding light on this mystery. Studies have shown that when people meditate together or deeply connect emotionally, their brainwaves begin to sync up, even when they are physically separated. This suggests that the human mind isn't an isolated system. It may be part of a larger interconnected quantum field. If thoughts and emotions travel this way, what untapped potential do we have for influencing each other and even shaping reality itself? If human minds are entangled in ways we don't fully understand, then we need to ask an even bigger question. Could this collective consciousness influence not just individuals, but entire societies? Let's explore how groups, meditation, shared intention, and mass consciousness may be shaping the world around us. What if thoughts didn't just affect your personal reality, but collectively shaped the world? Studies suggest that when large groups of people focus on the same intention, whether through meditation, prayer, or even emotions like fear or hope, measurable shifts occur in reality. This idea isn't just spiritual speculation. Research in global consciousness experiments indicates that human minds may be subtly influencing events on a large scale. One famous study involved mass meditation experiments where thousands of people meditated with the intention of reducing crime in a city. The result? Crime rates dropped significantly, way beyond what statistics could explain. Similar studies have shown decreases in violence, improved social cohesion, and even changes in random number generators, hinting that human consciousness interacts with the fundamental fabric of reality itself. Could this be proof that we are all part of a greater interconnected mind? The implications are staggering. If collective thoughts shape reality, then what happens when fear and negativity dominate mass consciousness? History provides clues. Mass hysteria, financial crashes, and even political shifts often follow patterns of collective emotional states. Conversely, periods of renaissance, innovation, and social progress seem to emerge when mass consciousness shifts toward hope and expansion. The world may not just be reacting to events, it could be a reflection of collective human thought. Social media and digital connectivity have accelerated this process. Ideas, emotions, and beliefs spread at lightning speed, creating a global mind that influences reality faster than ever before. What you focus on, share, and engage with isn't just entertainment. It's part of a larger mechanism shaping human destiny. Are you contributing to fear and division, or to growth and transformation? The power of collective consciousness means that your individual focus matters more than you think. If we're truly influencing reality at a quantum level, what comes next? Could humanity unlock even greater consciousness-expanding abilities, like direct mind-to-mind communication or influencing physical reality at will? Governments and researchers are already exploring this possibility, which brings us to a fascinating frontier: quantum evolution and future potentials. If the human mind interacts with quantum reality, what could the next stage of human evolution look like? Researchers, including those in government institutions like the Pentagon, are actively exploring brain-to-brain quantum communication, suggesting that telepathic abilities could be more than just science fiction. Could technology amplify our latent quantum powers, leading to consciousness-enhancing tools that push humanity into an entirely new era? Imagine a future where thoughts are transmitted instantly across distances, eliminating the need for spoken language. Some experiments hint at this possibility. Scientists have successfully sent brainwave-based messages from one person to another using advanced EEG technology. But what if, instead of machines, our minds themselves could achieve this? If neurons are entangled at a quantum level, this could mean we are already capable of direct mind-to-mind communication, but we just haven't mastered the skill yet. Quantum. Evolution doesn't stop at communication. Some believe that human intention could one day be strong enough to influence physical matter consciously. Ancient spiritual traditions have long spoken of levitation, instant healing, and materialization, phenomena often dismissed as myths. But if quantum mechanics is proving that observation collapses reality, could we one day learn to direct this power at will? Some frontier scientists believe we are only scratching the surface of what's possible. With great power comes great responsibility. If humanity develops quantum consciousness-enhancing technologies, ethical questions arise. Could these tools be misused? Could powerful individuals or organizations manipulate mass consciousness for control? Some whistleblowers claim that secret research into quantum mind control is already underway. The question is, will we use these discoveries to liberate human potential, or will they become another tool for manipulation? As we stand on the edge of a potential quantum awakening, one final question remains. If consciousness shapes reality, could the entire universe itself be a conscious entity? Let's dive into the mind-blowing theory that reality isn't just physical, it's a self-aware system shaping itself through observation. What if the universe isn't just a vast, lifeless expanse of matter, but a self-aware, conscious system? This isn't just a philosophical idea, it's a theory gaining traction among quantum physicists like Amit Goswami, who suggests that consciousness isn't produced by the brain, but rather fundamental to reality itself. If that's true, then everything, from galaxies to atoms, could be part of a grand, intelligent design, constantly shaping and reshaping itself through observation. In quantum physics, the observer effect suggests that particles only take form when observed. But who or what is the ultimate observer? If consciousness collapses quantum possibilities into reality, could the universe itself be the supreme consciousness, constantly observing and manifesting existence? Some researchers argue that this could explain why the cosmos seems so perfectly fine-tuned, as if it were designed to support life and awareness. Mystical traditions have spoken of this for centuries, referring to the universe as an interconnected web of energy and intelligence. Modern science is beginning to catch up. Studies on panpsychism, the idea that consciousness is a fundamental property of matter, suggest that even the tiniest particles may possess some form of awareness. If that's true, then everything around us, including our own thoughts, could be part of a living, breathing, self-aware reality. Think about déjà vu synchronicities and moments of deep intuition. Could these be glitches in the matrix or clues that we are part of a much larger conscious system? If the universe is intelligent, then it might not just be reacting to us. It could be communicating with us, nudging us towards certain paths, experiences and realizations. But are we truly paying attention? If consciousness is the foundation of reality, then how we use it matters. This leads us to a crucial question. As humanity awakens to its quantum potential, how do we ensure that we use this knowledge ethically and responsibly? Let's explore the final challenge, the moral implications of quantum consciousness. If consciousness is shaping reality at a quantum level, then the power we wield is far greater than we ever imagined. But with great power comes great responsibility. If thoughts, beliefs, and collective consciousness influence the physical world, how do we ensure that this knowledge is used ethically and for the greater good? As humanity inches closer to understanding and harnessing quantum consciousness, the moral implications become impossible to ignore. One of the biggest concerns is manipulation. If consciousness affects reality, what happens when corporations, governments, or media outlets exploit mass thought patterns? There is evidence that collective emotions, fear, anger, desire, can be deliberately triggered to shape world events, influence financial markets, and even control social behavior. Could this be the reason why news cycles focus so much on negativity and division? If mass consciousness creates reality, then whoever controls attention controls the world. On a personal level, this means that your focus is your greatest asset. Every thought, every intention is contributing to the fabric of reality. Are you using your mental energy to create, or are you letting it be hijacked? Developing mental discipline isn't just about self-improvement. It's about taking back control of your quantum influence. Meditation, visualization, and conscious intention setting become more than just wellness practices. They become acts of self-sovereignty. But quantum ethics goes even deeper. If we accept that consciousness is fundamental to reality, what does this mean for free will? Are we truly shaping our destinies, or are we being shaped by a larger, intelligent system? If humanity develops technology that amplifies quantum mind abilities, who decides how it's used? Could we one day create a society where reality is engineered through consciousness alone? As we stand at the frontier of a quantum awakening, we must ask ourselves, are we ready for the responsibility that comes with it? If the power to shape reality is in our hands, how will we use it? Perhaps the most important question isn't whether we can manipulate reality, but whether we can elevate it, for ourselves and for the entire planet. After everything you've just learned, let me ask you this. Are you truly in control of your reality, or have you been letting life happen to you? Science is proving what mystics and philosophers have said for centuries. Your thoughts, your focus, and your consciousness are shaping your world. But the real question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? If quantum physics is showing us that observation creates reality, then mastering your mind is no longer just an option, it's a necessity. Imagine the possibilities if you learn to direct your thoughts intentionally, influence outcomes, and even sync with the collective consciousness to create real change. You are far more powerful than you've been told, but only if you choose to wake up to that power. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a moment where your thoughts seemed to shape reality? A strange synchronicity, an intuitive flash, or an event that felt too perfect to be random? Drop your story in the comments below. Let's discuss this, because the more we understand, the more we can consciously design the lives we truly want. And if you found this video eye-opening, don't stop here. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because I'll be diving even deeper into the mysteries of quantum consciousness, reality shifting, and the hidden science of the mind. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.